Hi everybody, I'm Holly from Visit Brainerd, and today I am sitting in the Chalberg Theater, which is one of the theaters at the Central Lakes College campus. I'm sitting with Patrick Spradlin, who is the director of the theater department, and we're going to talk to you about how you can love Brainerd like a local. I wanted to talk to Patrick a little bit about the new season that is kicking off
Absolutely.
really soon, and you've got a ton of stuff planned.
We always do.
For this
yes.
season. You do. It's crazy how much I just received my schedule for the year.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Want to tell us about it?
About 23 events. You want me to name them all or take them alphabetically?
Do you think
How
you
want
could?
To do that?
Could you name all of them just like
I
that?
probably could, but not just like that. No, no. No, we have everything from music concerts to a dance company to theater events, you name it. Solo performers, large ensembles, rock and roll, a cappella.
Okay, so I have attended multiple events.
Good for you.
Here, yeah. What I love about what you do is that the variety is always there. There is legitimately something for everybody.
That's our goal.
At some point throughout the year, right?
So when I started this series several years ago, that two goals in mind. One, to make it a variety so that it would appeal to a broad base of people. Everything from children to senior citizens and everybody in between, whether you like theater or dance or rock and roll or classical music or whatever. And the other thing was to make it accessible to people in this community, because I think I said this to you before, Brainerd deserves something like a performing arts series here in town. So we're not always having to drive to the cities or Duluth or, God help us, Fargo to see things. So we can stay right here and see it, yes?
Yes, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Right in the hub, right in the heart of the towns of the city of Brainerd and Baxter. I mean, so much talent, both on the stage and behind the scenes as well, and local talent.
So we have Brainerd Community Theater, which is an in-house theater production company. Anybody can audition, anybody can take part in it. It's not just for students.
What if I'm considering it, but I'm nervous?
Everybody's nervous. Come on, everybody is.
That's fair.
I've done some acting. I get nervous going on stage.
Okay,
Even me. Yes,
interesting.
Well, yeah, well, it's true. Any performer will tell you there's jitters that happen before you start performing. It's an unnatural act, to go in front of a large group of people who are all staring at you with expectations and to
way to sell it.
Well, sorry.
No, I'm just
that
kidding.
helped your nervousness quite a bit, didn't it? No, I'm just saying it's not uncommon. So you feeling that way, you've got to understand you're on the same level as everybody else.
Right.
Same level as everyone.
You guys have okay. So because I've gone to multiple productions here, both concerts and plays and all of that, I've noticed that there are a lot of the same people that go into and that are in all the plays.
Well, there's I don't lie to anybody.
Around.
Oh yes, there are several community theaters in this area, and so that core of people seem to float among all of the various productions, because they like doing it.
My point is, they are talented, and they are something to be seen.
They are.
So I appreciate them. I think that they are an asset to this community for sure.
For many of them, the only thing that separates them from professional actors is that they don't put actor in the line on their tax form that says occupation. They put something else.
Wow.
I thought that up myself. Did you like it?
Well done.
Thank you. But it's true. It's true.
Just so cool. Gosh, I have, as I said, I have gone to many plays, many of the concerts. I love that there's such a variety of things here, and the talent is amazing. One of the questions I had for you earlier was, are you the sole person who decides on the performances that are happening?
No. I mean, yes and no.
You've got help.
I have a lot of help. I've got a technical director named George Marsalik. I've got a sound and light guy named Curtis Gendro. I've got a box office manager named Lucy Peterson. We have board members. I have friends and acquaintances. I talk to some of those actors in the area and I say, hey, you got an itch to do a particular play. I think about what other theater companies are doing.
Sure.
I also just have personal tastes and opinions of my own. So
many variables.
A lot.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's what makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how easy it is to get a ticket. It's so easy.
We're practically giving them away. It's so easy. No,
well,
we don't quite give them away, but
almost. I mean, these things are very affordable considering the talent that's brought in.
also a goal of mine to make sure that
Yeah.
whatever I did was affordable, so that
You're doing a great
you know,
job.
we're living in an area. We're not a metropolitan area like Minneapolis, St. Paul. You know, we're not going to be able to pay those prices on a regular basis, so we try to keep the costs low.
As I mentioned, getting tickets for any of these events, so easy. So you guys have a website.
clcperformingarts.com.
So here's my recommendation to all of you who, I hope that all of you have already gone to some sort of performance here, but if you have not, you guys make it really, really easy. So you go to that website, find your event that you are interested in, and if you're not sure what you're interested in, you get to read about all of them.
Sure.
There's a lengthy description, I think.
We do. We give as much information as we can. We typically link up to that artist's website, so you can go right to their source to see anything about it, video clips, anything that we can find to help give you more information about what the event is. Yeah.
Okay, so then once that is decided, what you are going to do is click on, yep, that's the event, I'm gonna purchase tickets. And then that brings you, so I just did this morning. So there's a play coming up in October that I'm excited to be about that you're in.
No, I'm not. I directed.
I thought you were in it.
No.
Oh, you're directing it.
Don't let that stop you from coming.
No,
Okay.
tickets are already bought, so.
No refund, sorry. Kidding.
Okay, so I knew which play I wanted to go to. I clicked on the purchase tickets, I bought 2 tickets, and then it brings you to a map where you can pick your seats.
That's right.
So, or the earlier the better, because I got prime seats. I am jazzed over this.
Good.
And then you give your credit card number, and it's just
You're
that
done.
easy.
You're done.
It's so easy. So make sure that you get online and do a little research, and bring your family, bring your friends who have never maybe participated in any of these events, and let's get them culturized.
Right. I think that's a word. Okay.
It is now.
It is now. Culturize yourself. Come on over.
So, right. You had mentioned to me a few days ago that you actually do like there's multiple seasons, correct? You have the winter, what do you call it? So it's a 21-22 season, but then you had mentioned the summer season.
Well, so because we're part of a state college, our lives are divided into semesters, if you want to look at it that way. But I think of it as the fall season and then the spring season. So we go from September through December with different events. I think we have 9 or 10 for that period of time, and then another 10 or 12 in the spring, January to May. And then, of course, we have our summer season, and I think of that as a separate time because we do slightly different things in the summer than we do during the rest of the year. We do more music concerts. We're doing most of our things outdoors now during the summer. We're doing films outdoors.
Yeah. You guys are kind of changing with what you need to do, right?
COVID made us innovate, so we did.
You and everybody else.
Everybody else.
Challenging, but maybe okay.
When we first moved things outdoors, audiences just flocked to it. They loved it because, well, first of all, there was all this pent-up demand of being cooped up with COVID and having nothing to do.
Right.
To be able to get out and to safely participate in something was really a godsend for a lot of people. And even this past summer, the same thing. As hot as it was, as dry as it was, I worried about rain. I didn't think about,
the impending heat,
the parched earth kind of a thing going on. It was a different kind of challenge, but people really loved it as well. Minnesota, how often do you get to go outside? Just that little sliver of time in the summer is it.
I mean, take advantage of it when you can, and you just deal with it.
There's something about being outside and fresh air and the atmosphere out there and everything going on that people love. So we built a stage and did all those things.
Yeah, I attended one of those outdoor concerts as well. It was very fun.
Absolutely.
Audience was
and we're looking to
entertained.
build on that to make that an even better experience.
Yep. Wonderful.
Forward, so.
Okay, so I think that kind of paints the picture, if you will, for some of the arts and culture that we have right here in the Brainerd Lakes area.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I mean, I've said several things, but I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Which is, you don't have to be on stage to participate in our in-house theater productions.
There's other options.
I mean, you get nervous.
Yeah.
You got nervous even thinking about it.
Yeah. Freaks me out a little bit.
It's a natural thing, but if that was something that you just don't want to be in front of people, you don't want to try acting, how do you memorize all those lines? Or, like I say, I don't lie to anybody. It is a time-consuming activity. There's weeks of rehearsal that take place before performances.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd rather help us build scenery, paint scenery, make costuming, work on lighting, be an usher, any number of other ways, all support positions that make these theater productions go. For every person on stage, there's like 5 people backstage, off in the scene somewhere else, who've contributed to making that happen. So
we were talking about that too. So let's say you have, your play consists of 5 characters, but for those 5 characters that you see on stage, there are how many?
Anywhere from 3 to 5 other people.
Per
person who's done something.
Behind the scenes.
They're ushers. They are working on building the scenery. They've helped with costuming. They're backstage even as you're watching the show, moving scenery, or they're in the control booth, controlling the lighting and the sound that happens.
So many things of how you can get involved without having to get nervous.
Right.
And I think that's great.
If getting nervous is not your thing, then yes, you can be involved.
I would imagine I'm not alone in this.
Not at all. I already told you. I get nervous. You talk to any performer at any level, and I'm talking any level. There's always the jitters that happen before a performance.
I think I had asked you too, like, how do you learn all your lines? And your line is?
1 sentence at a time.
And it's so true, and it's so obvious, but you're looking at it as big picture, and you're kind of freaking out a little bit.
How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that we need to talk about?
Y'all come. I mean, really.
Yeah.
You don't have to be backstage. You can be in the audience. In fact, if you didn't come as the audience, there'd be no reason for us to do all the other things.
And also, don't think that you have to live here in Brainerd. If you're visiting the area, you're welcome to join us in the audience as well.
We draw audience from all over the place.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Even from the cities.
So when I've been here participating as an audience member, I tend to make friends with my neighbors, and it's been very seldom that I end up sitting next to somebody from Brainerd.
Sure.
It's always from out of town, so it seems. I'm assuming that there's Brainerd people, Brainerd or Baxter people.
About 11 or 12 that come, yeah. No,
but it's cool.
It's predominantly Brainerd, Baxter.
It's cool, and then you get to learn about what they're doing here.
Sure.
And I just love that kind of stuff. So.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah.
With the influx of people from out of town.
Okay. There you have it, you guys. One more way of how you can love Brainerd like a local. We will see you on stage soon.